Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. Today's meditation is called Dancing with My Ghosts. So, as always, just bring yourself to being very present to where you are at this moment, sitting, lying down, walking, whatever it is. Just allow yourself to be very present to this place and moment. We will only be sitting together like this for just a few minutes, maybe 15 to 20 minutes. So it's a time when you can let go, set aside all the toing and froing of life, everyday life, family things, work things, but also set aside the past, what you wished you'd done or wished you hadn't done. So many things are possible, but just for this moment, set that aside. And the future's not here. Your hopes, your fears, all of those things. Just for this short time, set them aside. And in the present moment, set aside the ideas, stories, needs you have about who you're meant to be, your ideas about yourself, the things we need to create, the stories we have in mind to live in this world. Just for now, set it aside. Just take 2 or 3 nice deep breaths to center yourself here. Today we're going to talk about dancing with your ghosts. By ghosts, I mean the stories we've created within ourselves about the experiences we've had. We've all had lots and lots of experiences in our lives. And some of them, for sure, have been difficult and traumatic. Today, I'm not here to minimize the importance of understanding our deepest issues and trauma. But more, I want to talk about and sit with viewing the struggles of our life, the parts of our life that are really difficult for us to face, to resolve, to let go of, sometimes called shadows. I call them ghosts because in mind I have much more the idea that we often create fears around these things we can't quite describe or that scare us. Let's today seek to just sit and discover a perspective from which we might be able to just dance with these ghosts and allow them to move from the realm of fearful and painful to the realm of experience, the lesson within the wounds. So, as I've said before, this is a meditation, but I more want to call it just a time to sit still. There's no special technique required, no special discipline. Though we want to find a place of stillness, no need to criticize yourself if your mind remains active or emotions arise. No need for assessment that becomes judgment. We're just going to sit still. Having released the past, set aside the past. Set aside the future. And as much as we can, set aside the stories of our life that we feel define us. So before we talk about the ghosts, let's first allow ourselves to sink beneath the content of our lives, the toing, the froing, our thoughts, emotions, sensations, perspectives. Allow yourself to sink gently, no rush, beneath the noise. Just sitting. Beneath the noise, you are the one who is aware of the noise. In fact, you are the one who is aware that you're aware. We know that we are aware. This is the seat of our value. So simple, so close. We are the one. We are the field of awareness within which the activities of our life go on, ever changing, ever varying, sometimes intense, sometimes not. Not to say that the content and activities of our lives aren't important. Of course they are. But the seat of our value and the place of our most wise perspective is in the field of knowing, the field of awareness that we are. As we sit still, allow the qualities of this field to reveal themselves to you. There's a stillness. There's a quiet. There is a sense of peace and home. There is the felt experience of not being separate. Which is love. And there is no boundary, no wall, no separation between the field of awareness that you are and the immense field of awareness, stillness, peace, love, creativity from which all things, all universes, all people, all nature arises. You are not separate from that. You are that. Just sit. Just sit. Notice. Again, don't judge yourself if your mind moves. Notice and return to stillness. Or from the stillness, notice the movement. From this place, when we experience and where we experience that we are not the content of our lives, we are the context. We are the field of awareness. From this perspective, we can then look at the ghosts within. Many of these ghosts, shadows, issues have their origins in the unconscious based on experiences we had as children with our parents, with the values and structures of the culture we're born into, with the difficulties we faced when and where we had no tools to deal with them. So our unconscious ghosts them, files them away. So often they are so painful we don't want to face them. But the stories of our life, including the unconscious stories we often had to build just to survive, these stories are not who we are. We create a view of ourselves, stories about ourselves, in order to function in the time and space world. There's nothing wrong with that, except we need to understand that they are illusions in this sense. Of course, these things happened, but so often the stories we create are not the essence of what happened, but a way to tell the story to ourselves and sometimes to others so we can survive. Some of those shadows and ghosts we hide away because they are too painful to look at, or we fear them. If we are made up of the content of our existence, they are indeed fearful. But if it's true that we are the awareness, we are the stillness, the peace, the love, the awareness within which these life events happen. From that place, we need not fear. We cannot be destroyed. The field of awareness and the infinite, eternal field of awareness of which we are part cannot be destroyed. It and we are, in essence, beyond time and space. If it's true that the essence of who we are cannot be destroyed, we can set aside the fear of dying. And the fear of dying to ourselves that comes when we look at the shadows and ghosts of our life. Perhaps, and there is no need to rush, there is no competition. This is not a must. It is when you're ready. Try to look at these ghosts, shadows, from the perspective of who you really are. And I use the analogy, the story of dancing, meaning if you are able, standing in the place beyond fear, allow yourself to look them in the eyes and dance, meaning recognize they're there, but bring them out in the open air, in the light of awareness. They cannot destroy you. Now, to do this, of course, many times we need the support of others. In the Buddhist tradition, we need a Sangha. Whatever name we use, we need support. If the support you need for looking at the ghosts or dancing with the ghosts are counselors, psychologists, wonderful. Embrace the help. No need to dance alone. We are not separate from each other. Know that so many have recognized that when they looked at the ghost straight in the eyes, they discovered there was no need to fear any longer. So please understand, I'm not trying to turn this into a game, but to encourage you to look at the struggles, traumas, shadows, ghosts of our life from the perspective of the field of your awareness, where the essence of your value lies, and where you know you cannot be destroyed. Death and all the different faces of death, of fear and pain, losing myself, all of those need not cause you fear. So take your time. no race, no requirement to suck it up and take it on. None of that. Just allow yourself to sit in the field of your awareness and bask in the light of peace, stillness, resilience, and love. From there, the exploration of your ghosts and fears and traumas can be done without fear of destruction. Seek the hands and loving hearts who want to support you. But also seek the essence of who you are. Of course, you can end this recording or pause this recording whenever you need. Sit here as long as you want. And when you feel ready, notice yourself sitting, lying, walking, wherever you are, and bring yourself back to the place that you are and the readiness you need to take on everyday life. You are not the shadows or the ghosts. You are the field of knowing. Thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here, and I look forward to being with you again in a week or so. I wish you peace. Thanks, everyone. Cheers.